scholars, for our Friday read, I have a story to share with you in honor of National Superhero Day and how it is important for us to stay home. So this story was shared to me by a very good friend, and it's called The Stay Home Superheroes. And I really like the message behind this story, so let's see if we can find out a little bit more about what it's about. Okay, so look, we have a bunch of kids here who are superheroes just like you. And this is written by Sophie Marsh and it's illustrated by Catherine Battle. And here we go. Once upon a time, there was a big, busy world. In this big, busy world, there lived a little boy called William. Just like our William. William loved going to school to play with his friends and going to the park with his mom and going swimming with his dad. But one day, everything started to change. William heard on the news that there was a big problem. This problem was so big that it started to spread over the whole world. All the grown-ups were talking about it. All the children were talking about it. In fact, every person in the whole world was talking about it. Everyone started to feel worried about the big problem. Soon, the big problem caused some big changes. At first, people stopped going to work. Then Mummy stopped taking him swimming. Then he found out that school was canceled, and day by day, the loud, busy world he lived in got quieter and quieter and quieter. So we are going through a lot of the same things William is experiencing, right, scholars? Things changed very fast for us, but the best thing that we did was to listen and stay home to be safe. But our world did get a little bit quieter. William was confused. He felt scared too. He had so many questions. What was going on? Would it be okay? How could they stop the big problem? He decided to ask his mummy all of his big questions. It's okay to be scared and worried. Lots of other children feel that way. Even adults feel scared too sometimes, she told him, giving him a big hug. But all of the very best, cleverest people in the whole world are working hard to fix the big problem right now, she explained. This made him feel a little bit better. Surely the cleverest people in the world could find a way to fix it. But it was such a big problem, and he was still a bit worried. He had to do something. His mummy explained that there were lots and lots of special helpers working hard to save the world and stop the problem. Like superheroes? Said William. Just like superheroes, she said, smiling. William wanted to be a superhero too. This was his chance. Super William, to the rescue! He jumped up, ready to run outside and join all the other superheroes to fight off the big problem and save the world. But his mummy stopped him and locked the door. Hey, how can I fight the big problem if I'm stuck inside? He asked. Well, we do need you to help. Everyone is going to have to help to solve this big problem. And you are going to have a very special job indeed. You are going to become a stay-at-home superhero. William had never heard of that kind of superhero before. Mummy told him that stay-at-home superheroes could help fight off the big problem by using their stay-home superpowers. But what are they? He tried so hard but didn't have super strength or super speed either. In fact, he felt exactly the same as before. So think about it now, scholars. All of you are stay-home superheroes, and you have a superpower just like William. Now let's find out what that power is. The big problem can't be solved with super strength or speed. The big problem will only stop growing if all the new superheroes use their stay-home superpowers to stay home. So what is your superpower? Staying home. So you guys are all being stay-home superheroes right now because you're using your superpowers, which is staying home. In fact, if all the new stay-home superheroes work together, the big problem will get smaller and smaller and smaller every single day until it goes away, Mummy explained. But staying home is boring superpower, said William in a grump. Boring? No way! You have the superpower to make this fun, and staying home is how you can help to save the whole world. There's nothing more powerful than that. Just staying home and having fun could save the whole world, and he would be a real-life superhero? William started to feel excited. He started to feel powerful, too. He couldn't wait to tell his friends that they could turn into stay-home superheroes, just like him. William got to work quickly, using his superhero creativity to think of all the fun things he could do at home. He made a long list with his mummy and daddy. Pillow forts and cooking and games and dancing and puppet shows and singing and movies and more. Even better, William found out he could still play in the garden and go outside too, as long as he stayed away from all the superheroes that lived in different houses. They could wave to each other and wink because they all knew the special job they were doing. William did miss playing with his friends and going swimming and to the park, but then he remembered how important his new superhero job was. He was helping to save the whole world, and that made him feel so good inside. He was very proud of himself. Then he fired up his superpowers, ready to find something fun to do. And there's superhero stay-home William, or stay-home superhero William and his dog. And there's also his stay-home superhero friends. So William, the stay-home superhero, and all his superhero friends worked hard together to help save the world, all without leaving their homes. And now you know you can be a superhero too. And that's the end. So scholars, I hope from this story you learned that you are a stay-at-home superhero. You have superpowers that you are practicing every day to make the big problem go away. So you, by staying at home and using that superpower, is making the big problem get smaller and smaller so that one day we can all be together again. All right, so I hope you really enjoyed this story today. What I'm going to have you do now is hop onto Seesaw. And if you could take a picture of yourself and label on the side, what are your superpowers aside from being a stay-home superhero? So could you find some adjectives to describe you as a superhero? Because I know each one of you is a super kid. All right? Thanks for listening, scholars, and I hope you really enjoyed the story today.